Welcome to Hunger Bites. Today, maternal and child undernutrition. Yes, I got it right the first time. I officially start my PhD on Friday, but during the summer, I kept myself busy where I started working on the oh-so-crucial literature review. So, first on my list was the 2008 Lancet Series on Maternal and Child Undernutrition. And I'm going to share some of the highlights with you today. So before we dive into the conversation, a little bit about the Lancet. The Lancet is a UK medical journal and is one of the best peer-reviewed journals out there. If I ever get to publish in the Lancet, it will be so lit. It will be so lit. But we're not there yet. But trust me, it will, oh my goodness. Oh, even thinking about it, oh my goodness. So, in 2008, they released some comments and papers addressing maternal and child undernutrition. You can view these articles online for free. All you have to do is register with the Lancet, and you get to view all the articles that they have on a range of interesting topics for free, which is a big thing for such a well-established journal. So, there were 5 papers and 2 comments, so I'm going to focus specifically on the papers and I'll break them down one by one. So the first, by Black et al., estimates the effects and risks of undernutrition. So it primarily describes the magnitude of the problem and its short-term consequences in low and middle-income countries. So some quick facts. So did you know that if a mother has a low body mass index, so a low BMI, this can be a risk factor for intrauterine growth restriction. So what is intrauterine growth restriction? It's a tongue twister, that's what it is. But also, it means that the fetus is not going to grow properly, so its growth will be restricted, right? So because of the mother's poor nutritional status. So this is a pretty, important consideration. The second one, by Victoria et al., reviews the associations between poor nutrition and human capital and adult diseases later in life. So basically, undernutrition affects cognitive development and causes direct structural damages to the brain, but environmental factors such as proximity to a school can reverse these effects later in life. So it's good and bad news. So it does cause some it does have adverse effects on cognitive development and thus on human capital to a certain extent, but it can be reversed by, by environmental factors later on in life. And then the third one, by Bhuta et al., reviews interventions that positively affect maternal and child undernutrition. So the list includes promotion of breastfeeding, strategies to promote adequate feeding after weaning the infant, food supplements, micronutrient interventions. Shout out to Micronutrient Initiative in Ottawa, by the way. Great organization. The reduction of disease burden by improving hygiene and sanitation. And so this article is my favorite, and it's jam-packed with information, and it reads very quickly, and it's just fun. So definitely check that one, by Bhuta et al. The fourth one, by Bryce et al., defines strategies for improving maternal and child undernutrition. So they identified 7 key challenges for addressing undernutrition at the national level in low and middle income countries. So the first is getting nutrition on the list of priorities and keeping it there. The second is doing the right thing. The third is not doing the wrong thing, actually. Don't do the wrong thing. The fourth is acting at scale. The fifth is reaching those in need. And then the sixth is data-based decision-making, which, makes sense. And the last one, building strategic and operational capacity. So capacity building. So for example, investing in agricultural extension programs or training with women leaders in the community in proper caregiving practices, stuff like that. That's all grouped in the whole capacity building aspect of it. And then also one key thing that they mention is that the first 1,000 days of life is a crucial window of opportunity for reducing undernutrition and its devastating effects. So they encourage researchers such as myself, or just anybody that's developing policy to address undernutrition, to aim for that window, those first 1,000 days of life, to have like the biggest impact. And then the last one by Morris et al. Argues for an international nutrition system that can deliver in 4 areas. So in stewardship, mobilization of financial and human resources, mobilization of financial resources, direct provision of nutrition services at times of natural disasters and conflict. So like that would be really key in countries like South Sudan right now, for example. And human and institutional resource strengthening. So going back again to capacity building. And so that's it. Now you're up to date on the 2008 Lancet Series on maternal and child undernutrition. In 2013, the Lancet released another paper series on maternal and child nutrition, and that is also available online. I'm in the midst of reviewing it. I had already read that like a few years back, but I'm rereading it again. So once I finish doing that, maybe I'll share the deets with you, or maybe you'll share the deets with me. Either way, I'll catch you later. Bye.